Hello and welcome to version 0.1 of PhotoEdits. This is a web-based image manipulation software. To get started with it, once you follow the steps in the GitHub repository, you'll be brought to this page. To import an image, you can go into the taskbar module and simply import any valid image file. I'll be using a JPEG. Once you import the image, you'll be directed to a canvas with a layers module and a context module. Before we get started with the modules, we're going to interact with the primary image canvas and rescale it a little bit. This doesn't affect the scale of the image, but only changes its relevance in your viewport. If I want the image to be more zoomed in, I can use mouse wheel down and scroll in. If I want the image to be zoomed out, mouse wheel up. You can click and move around by clicking on the cursor and dragging your mouse left and right. We're going to add a filter to this image now. To add a filter, you need to have a layer to apply that filter to. We're going to go down here and add a layer. Let's grayscale. After adding a layer, go into the filter gallery and applying a grayscale filter will apply grayscale to the image. This grayscale filter can be changed with the intensity slider. This process takes a little bit, but there you can see the grayscale filter is now only applied at 40% intensity, or 39%. You can actually change this to be exactly 40 by going to the input field and typing in 4.4. If you wanted to have multiple filters, you simply add another layer. Let's call this one sepia. And go to the filter gallery to add another layer. After clicking on sepia, the image will load a sepia filter onto it. Now something you'll see is that the sepia filter is ranked above the grayscale filter in the hierarchy. If we wanted to render this without any grayscale effects, which is currently set to 0.4, we can simply make this filter, the grayscale filter, invisible. Clicking this button toggles it off, which allows only the sepia filter to go. If we turn both of these off, you'll see the base image. We're going to turn the grayscale filter back on. And we're going to export this image. To export this image, you simply go to File, Quick Export, and a name will already be provided. Currently, it's jellyfish_photo export. This has the number 1 beside it because I've made this file before. And we hit Save. Opening this image will show that we have a modified image with the pixel values 6,000 by 4,000. If we want a smaller image, we can go to the File and resize this image. We're not going to resize by a specific pixel count. We're instead just going to resize to half of the original image. We can do this by going to 0.5 and scale and clicking resize. Now that the image is resized, we can export this image. We're going to call it jellyfish downscaled. And this file is now only 3012 by 2010 pixels wide. Thank you for watching the demonstration. This has been PhotoEdits.